Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome back here to the Nation Network. This is House of Honor, and tonight we've got a brand new television champion, and that title will be defended right here tonight. Not only that, but we have a new House of Honor champion. He'll be in a non-title match in our main event. An extraordinary night of professional wrestling action coming your way.
His opponent from Porter, Texas, weighing in at 237 pounds.
All right, we apologize. Some technical difficulties. We think we've got them worked out now. Jamal Jaziri, 1/3 of the Axis of Evil. We saw them in action on Monday night. And his opponent, right now, the fans having a hard time picking him here because neither one of these two guys particularly endearing themselves to the fans.
Well, that may be true, but I have to believe they're going to side in this one with Chad Maverick, I would think. At least he's representing the United States, whether for better or for worse.
Now, both of these men with their respective accompaniment, as we see Mike McElroy ringside. Amber Lynn, noticeable by her absence.
Well, especially since she was added before the match.
Well, it's 2K. What the fuck? Welcome, everybody, joining us here live for the continual disappointment of 2K. DHW's in the house. Chuck is here. Corey Andrews joining us as well.
M-Hawk is back. Long time no see, buddy.
Artie Donovan joining us as well as we see Jamal Jaziri from the top. Holy smokes, what a shoulder block. The big man, almost 400 pounds, coming off the top rope, and I'm happy that the turnbuckle held the weight.
Now the action spilling out to the floor here. Jamal Jaziri, I tell you what, he never got involved in the match on Monday night. He was on the apron the entire time. And when I say he didn't get involved, he was never the legal man in the match.
No, indeed. He got involved on several occasions, but to your point, never tagged in legally and wasn't needed. Truly an impressive performance by the Axis of Evil. Mike McElroy is taking advantage of the no borders policy on Monday nights to put the best of the best together in a truly dominant force.
Well, I would say it's a good thing that that's on a Monday night and it's not tonight. But we still have 1/3 of those monsters right here to deal with on a weekly basis.
Chad Maverick now fighting his way back. Best he can anyway. There's a knee right to the midsection, and Maverick doubles over. Chad Maverick's had a pretty good run of things here at House of Honor since coming on board.
Well, that run may be coming to an end real soon because right now things are not looking good for Chad Maverick. He gives up size and strength in a big way.
Well, that said, Chad Maverick is a true heavyweight. He is good 235 at least, and can definitely move around the ring. And I would say he's definitely the more agile of the two. And look at Mighty Mouth Mike getting out of dodge pretty quickly there. Smart move, I'd say, on his part.
He's not going to find many friends around ringside once Chad's out there. Still wondering whatever happened to Amberlynn.
See Mighty Mouth Mike McElroy coming around the back, almost like he was trying to Pearl Harbor. Perhaps just to distract Chad Maverick.
You know, Maverick may have just told her to stay in the back. I mean, look at this monster of a guy. You don't want her getting run over by him by accident.
I don't think Chad Maverick wants to get run over by this one. Going for the cover. Jamal Jaziri keeps him down, but only for a count at 2. Driving that knee right to the back of the skull. I have not seen Chad Maverick manhandled like we're seeing here tonight ever before.
No, I haven't either. I mean, Maverick has just got no answer for Jamal Jaziri.
And now up across the shoulders with a Samoan drop, and that one had some muscle behind it. Oh, the shoulder block.
And now look at this. What is he doing? He shouldn't be putting his hands on anyone. He's a manager.
Now, the referee was right there and allowing it, but he didn't strike him.
Doesn't matter. He shouldn't be touching a wrestler. No business whatsoever.
As Jamal Jaziri just continues the beating. Oh, back elbow, and it stunned him.
For the first time, I see pain. I see uncertainty in the eyes of Jamal Jaziri.
As does Chad Maverick, and Maverick now going to work here on the concrete floor. And Maverick unloading with a series of right hands to the forehead. And Maverick gonna jump back into the ring.
Referee's count is at 8. Will Jamal be able to beat it back in?
He gets in on a count of 9, and he is not happy at all. Oh, he's got him in that Cobra clutch. Down with a slam.
The mouth of Chad Maverick is gaped open trying to get air. He is gassed right now.
Oh, he caught him in a small package. Referee's there.
Hesitant on the count. I'm not sure what that was. Oh, look at this. McElroy up on the apron, distracting it now.
The full Nelson slam. Maverick distracted indeed by Mighty Mouth Mike McElroy. Goes for the cover now, hooking the leg. And gets the shoulder up. Drops him with a DDT. Comes running across. Oh, man, that was like a freight train.
Maverick got right back. Oh, look at that, to the eye. Smart move. It might not be legal, but he's got to come up with some answer.
Oh, there's a Texas clothesline, and this could be a huge upset. And Jamal Jaziri managing to kick out once again. The claw is on.
I will be shocked if he's able to get him to submit.
The referee is there to ask him if he's had enough. Jazeer now getting back up to his feet with a shot to the midsection and another. And now the sleeper hold.
Look at Jamal bailing outside the ring. This has become a match.
The distraction again. The outside interference, and look at the look on Mighty Mouth Mike McElroy at ringside, very happy. Oh, there's another Texas Lariat. Hooks the leg, and now he's distracting the referee. Give me a break.
Now finally the referee's going to get there. How much time is some?
And he still pulls it out. That is a massive victory. No pun intended for Chad Maverick.
What a tremendous battle we just witnessed. Chad Maverick looked like he was going to get manhandled throughout the match, but then came back with one hell of a flurry.
Here is your winner.
Maverick proving he is indeed someone to be reckoned with here at House of Honor. Fans, we're going to be back with plenty more action. Stay with us.
All right, Johnny. I know things haven't exactly gone the way we wanted them to, but that all changes tonight. I had to pull a lot of strings for you tonight, and you better make this one count, because I'm getting tired of sitting around here waiting on you to win a match that matters.
Oh, don't you worry about me. Tonight's gonna be different. You'll see.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen.
One fall, making his way to the ring from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 205 pounds.
Los Jesus making his way down one half of Los Toros Muertos. That these two guys normally is a tag team, but we've seen them go singles before. It's not unusual. Very well-rounded luchador style. These guys can go either way, and right now they're going one-on-one, but it's only a matter of time.
Indeed, we know they are next in line for a tag team title match here at House of Honor. And here's one half of the tag team champions.
128 pounds, one half of the tag team champions.
You are looking at Rolla Dice. He and his brother, the reigning House of Honor Tag Team Champions, and those titles are going to be up on the line in the very near future. We are still waiting to hear the official date, but we know it's coming soon.
You know, they keep saying, hey, we're ready for a fight anytime you want. We can put the titles on the line. But then I don't see them putting the titles on the line, so I'm not sure what that's all about.
Yeah, definitely peculiar to see how week after week these guys will come out in singles competition, but they don't seem to be ready to put those titles up. Bell sounds, action's underway, wasting no time at all with a punt kick to the head.
Rolla's going to strike first and strike fast.
These two guys very evenly matched, similar styles, and there's a nice drop kick right there. There is a size and weight advantage, ever so slight, I might add. Over the top! Holy cow, suicide dive!
That flying sunset over the top rope, and he just came down right on top of roll of dice.
Los Jesus is in full control of the match. At least he was for the moment. Let's see. Has him from behind. Backstabber, nicely done. Going for the cover.
Got a 1 count, and that was it.
Obviously, the tag team titles in no way, shape, or form on the line here tonight. But that said, what would it do for the confidence level of Los Toros Muertos if one half of the tag team was able to get a win over one half of the tag team champions?
Well, that definitely is going to help them. No two ways about it. They're going to feel great going in to the title match.
This battle continues to rage. DDT. That got the full attention right there, I'll tell you that much. Roll of Dice has regained control over this one. And now the flying head scissor all the way around and down goes Roll of Dice.
Roll of Dice up across the shoulders now, and he's better be well aware that he might have a slight advantage that we mentioned earlier in size. I would say the speed might go just slightly to Los Jesus.
Grabs the ropes, and he's very fortunate that the referee was able to catch that from the angle he was at.
Yeah, we've seen referees miss calls before, and that would not have been unusual.
Big roundhouse right to the head, and now Los Jesus giving him the what for. And follows it up with a tremendous DDT. And there's a roll-up. Hooking the ankles, couldn't hold it. What the heck was this?
I don't know what he planned on, but he got caught. Los Jesus makes him pay the price for it.
Off the top rope. Hurricane roll, and he's got him. Shoulders are down. And he got the win. Los Jesus with a massive victory here tonight.
We talked about it early on. What would it mean for the confidence level of the challengers heading into the title match? And I am telling you right now, this is going to be stuck in the head of the Dice Boys.
This crowd on its feet. What a victory for Los Jesus, ladies and gentlemen. Still to come, the television championship on the line. The House of Honor heavyweight champion will be here in a non-title match.
You will never pin me. Now it's everybody's favorite time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the television championship.
All right, we are ready now. As we take a look, Johnny Dalton with Baby Cakes, and we heard from both of them earlier tonight. Baby Cakes had to pull some strings to get a title match for Johnny Dalton and said he better learn how to win a match.
Said she's getting tired of it, waiting for him to win the big one. Dalton has had a lot of opportunities since coming here. Remember, he walked out of HCW real early on, saying he wasn't getting the good breaks that he deserved, and came over here to House of Honor. I don't know if he thought it was going to be a cakewalk or what. Don't get me wrong, he's had some big wins, and he's definitely capable of becoming a television champion. But nothing we've seen out of him lately makes me think he's going to win the match here tonight.
Well, Baby Cakes is going to be there to, I don't know what, lead with some sort of inspiration.
There's been a little bit of rockiness in this relationship, though, for several weeks. Going all the way back to Detroit as we take a look at the brand new television champion, his first title offense. And don't think Rip Rafferty plans on losing it on night one.
What a tremendous match we saw. Rip Rafferty had to dig deep, and I do mean deep, when he went up against Johnny Cougar for that TV title on Monday night. But it's been a rough week for him. He had the triple threat match to qualify, and then that grueling match to win the title, all within 7 days, and now this one. Very possible that there could be a little bit of a wear down factor going into this match, and that title has to be defended at least once every 7 days.
Yeah, that said, he didn't have to put it up tonight because he just won it on Monday. But he made a point to say, no, I'm going to put that title up. I'm a fighting champion, this is what I'm going to do. We might not agree with a lot of his stuff, but you can't take anything away from the fact that he is going to step up and defend that title.
Weighing in at 217 pounds, Hot Rod Johnny Dalton. And his opponent from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 217 pounds, he is the television champion,
Taking a long look at that television title, he is the first man to ever hold the title. Thus, he's already got the longest title reign in the history of Ultra Pro Wrestling for the television championship.
Well, it might be, but it's not that long, so he's got some work to do to build that up to a bar that others are going to have to try and make it across.
Tie up in the middle of the ring to start this one off. Rafferty has him up in the air, holding him up.
Take a look at Baby Cake. She does not like the way things are starting out. You can see that look in her eyes, and we've seen it before.
Tremendous uppercut. Of course, Rafferty from the streets of the UK. This grunge style of his, this down and dirty barroom brawl style of his, has done well for him. As you see him right there, hammering away with the right hands, and now a boot to the midsection for good luck. Oh, there's the neck breaker. Goes for the cover, and Dalton, thank you for coming. No, he kicks out.
A little bit early even for Dalton. I mean, look, Dalton isn't exactly in Dewey job status, but he's getting there.
Oh, he caught him with a couple of shots right there. Face buster! And Dalton goes for the cover! Rafferty able to kick out the back.
Dalton went crazy on that one and missed. He overplayed his hand, and now the referee gets in the way.
Rafferty taking advantage of the distraction again. Dalton misses again, and nothing is going right for Johnny Dalton tonight.
Well, let's not miss the point. It's not that it's not going right for him tonight. It hasn't been going right for him for a while.
Case in point, sent crashing into the turnbuckle. What a chop to the chest that was. Hot Rod Johnny Dalton down in the corner. Being choked out right in front of Baby Cakes. And now what's he going to do here? He's got Dalton into the turnbuckle. And now Dalton up. Snake eyes into the turnbuckle. Going outside the ring. And look at this. Baby Cakes clearing the zone. Swing and a miss. Oh, he went for it again, and Rafferty has just been a step ahead every single way.
It's like he's reading the playbook in advance. And I don't think that he scouted him that much. Nice chop right there. Rafferty comes back up, and the champion with a boot.
Goes behind, German suplex. Dalton's in a whole lot of trouble right now, and you got to think this one might be over. Went for the boot to the midsection, and Dalton was there to pick it off.
Baby Cakes now getting a little wound up on the outside.
Snaps the neck. And Rafferty rolling to the safety of the floor.
Yeah, but he still doesn't have his wits about him.
Cross body up the top rope. As these two exchange blows here at ringside. Rafferty hammering away with those left hands to the head. Dalton thrown back into the ring right now. And Riff Rafferty continues the beating. This is one of those situations where the fans aren't necessarily happy with either of these two guys. Oh, the back elbow caught the champion! The rocker dropper, will that be enough? 2 count, and the shoulder comes up. Johnny Dalton almost made history here tonight on House of Honor.
Rafferty wants him back up on his feet.
He's going to help him now. Rafferty's got the ankle, turns him in, and there we go. That inverted Boston Crab. Johnny Dalton in trouble.
How much more does he have in that tank? Rafferty has dominated this guy.
Good move right there by Dalton to get out of trouble. Has Rafferty up, and the champ is in trouble now. Delivers a little bit of revenge with the snake eyes of his own. Pulls him back out towards the middle of the ring.
Hot Rod Johnny Dalton suddenly looking a little bit more confident than we saw him earlier tonight.
Well, he's definitely got the attention of Riff Rafferty, and Rafferty has been on an incredible win streak here. One of the more dominant forces, not just in House of Honor, but anything under the Ultra Pro banner. Oh, there it is! Lights out! The top 10 connecting, and we've got a brand new television champion. He did it.
I can't believe it. But you gotta figure this is exactly what Baby Cakes was telling him. He had to find a way to win the big one, and he did.
Here is your winner, and new television champion, Hot Rod Johnny Dalton.
The 3-day television title reign of Riff Rafferty comes to a crashing halt as we crown a brand new television champion, and his name is Hot Rod Johnny Dalton. Stick around, more action to come.
AEW Fight Forever was revealed to the world.
I can't believe it, I just saw
And the reaction was nothing short of spectacular.
Bring it, let's see it. I'm better than you. Oh my God, incredible.
Do you remember the feeling when you could just pick up and play a video game?
That feeling is back.
Are you ready to reignite the magic?
AEW Fight Forever
Has deep career modes.
You can create your own wrestler, like me.
And use all of my signature moves.
battle it out in some of my favorite matches, like Lights Out.
Falls count anywhere.
And don't forget about the weapons.
All the weapons.
Now, it's time for you to create your unforgettable moments. AEW Fight Forever, coming soon.
This crowd is still buzzing, ladies and gentlemen, about the big match we just saw. A new television champion crown. It is time now for the Gypsy Queen division.
One fall, making her way to the ring from Yamaguchi, Japan, the Women's National Champion,
Aika Tanji, the Women's Liberty Champion, has held that title now for a couple of months. The only Women's Liberty Champion in history.
Title's not on the line here tonight. However, this is the number one contender she's going up against, so it won't be any cakewalk.
Aika Tanji likes to hook up that octopus hold, and when she does, it is bad news for whoever's in the receiving end. As we take a look now at Whitney White, the debutante, making her way to the ring at this time. And Whitney has really been one of the top performers in the Gypsy Queen division.
Yeah, from day one, she's done very well for herself. We can't take anything away from the effort that she's put out there.
Once again, I want to welcome everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network. We've got the Mad Haitian Ronin joining us here tonight. Chuck is in the house.
Kevin Davis coming along. Thank you so much for being here. And welcome aboard, one and all.
Referee calls for the bell. Action begins. And Whitney White showing why she is indeed one of the top performers as we welcome After the Winter here to the Nation Network. As the battle continues, series of right hands. And now Butterfly into the suplex. Nicely done.
Well, one thing we'll say about Aika Tanji, look out!
Through the ropes. Whitney White is just making a statement at the champion's expense here tonight.
Well, as I'm about to say, one thing about Ika Tanji, not only she won the title defenses that she's had the title on the line for, I don't recall seeing her lose a match here at House of Honor at all.
I believe you're right. As far as I can recall, she's got an unblemished record, but that might be changing here before the night is over.
Little misconnection on that by both ladies, but now Whitney comes off. Double sledge to the head.
Shoulder comes up, and Ika Tanji. We've already seen matches tonight and in the past. No matter how bad it starts out, we've seen how the momentum can swing. The pendulum can come back the other direction.
Time and time again, and that's why you have the matches. That's why you wait for the 3 count. That's why you wait for the submission. No matter how bad it looks, as long as that match is still going, anything's possible.
Nice leapfrog right there by the champion back out front. Spinning heel kick to the face. And the debutante might end up having to get some dental work done after that. German suplex. And now Whitney White from behind. Oh, wow. Spine buster of the worst kind. Straight down on the tailbone here on the concrete floor.
I can't even begin to tell you how bad that's got to feel. The champion is being rocked in this matchup. I'm gonna have to come up with some solution here, and I don't know what it is, but she better figure it out.
Well, Ika Tanji likens herself after the octopus, and we've seen her even come out with the ink on occasion. When things get desperate, so does she. And now look at this, going after the ankle. She's gonna try and snap the leg. Whitney White is too far from the ropes. Gonna have to come up with another idea.
Putting the boot to the knee of Ika Tanji, but wow, you see her hobbling away.
Tried to come in with a clothesline, and there's the cutter. Ika Tanji thinks she's got her. 2 count, and Whitney White out the back door. Ika Tanji again up to the top rope, and now dropping the elbow. Shades of the Macho Man. Will that be it?
Whitney still has a little left in the reserves. Kicks out on 2, but something's going to have to happen real soon.
Hasn't been a good night for the champions here tonight. Will Ika Tanji be able to turn that around, or is it going to continue down the same path? And for that matter, in our main event, as Ika Tanji just reads the riot act to Whitney White. Nice suplex on the floor, taking Whitney all the way over.
Well, Whitney White has the size advantage, the height, the reach, and all that. She's got those long legs, and she uses them very well to her advantage. Oh, this is it.
She's got her hooked up in the octopus hold, and this is what is her bread and butter. This is what wins her matches and championships. But Whitney White able to survive again.
Nice clothesline right there, and that just shook her.
Champion sends Whitney White into the turnbuckle, comes up with a couple of kicks, puts her up on the top rope. Whitney White gets out of trouble very quickly, and that was a smart move.
Very alert, knew her position, and understood the urgency, and that is one of the biggest keys in a match of this nature.
The X Factor goes for the cover. Will that be it? Ika Tanji and Whitney White definitely bringing out the best in one another as they are forcing each other to dip deep into their bag of tricks to try and come up with something that's going to put the other one away. Thus far, nothing has worked.
They have hit with their best, and it hasn't been good enough.
Nobody home. The champion now trying to take advantage of that missed opportunity as they collide once again. This could be it. Oh, knockout blow, and Whitney White doesn't know what day of the week it is.
And there's the octopus again, and that's going to be it. Referee is right on top of things.
And she is tapping out. Valid effort. You can't take anything away.
She's still the #1 contender, and the rule is this. Going into their title match, you gotta wonder, how does Whitney White feel knowing she got beat already? Clean.
Fans, when we come back, we're going to get our big opportunity to see the brand new House of Honor Heavyweight Champion. Stay with us.
America's been drinking beer from a company that doesn't even know which restroom to use. That's why I created Conservative Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke-free beer. As conservatives, we're constantly getting hit in the face, left and right, by the woke mind virus. But the last place we want it is in our beer. If you know which bathroom to use, you know what beer you should be drinking. Stop giving money to woke corporations that hate our values. And to the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
Buy yours online in 42 states at ultrarightbeer.com.
Tastes like freedom.
All right, fans, we are back. And it is time. This is our main event of the evening.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 238 pounds, the heavyweight champion.
The heavyweight champion indeed, and we welcome My Creations here to the Nation Network. Rock Solid, Rock Ripley. Non-title match, and he's not going to take a night off tonight. Returning as the triumphant champion here at House of Honor.
Well, he was able to dethrone Leviathan, a man that nobody thought he was going to beat, and he did.
And his opponent from Manchester, England, weighing in at 234 pounds.
Well, we're taking a look right now at the former global heavyweight champion, which is now referred to as the UPW World Champion. That, of course, now is Randy the Ram Robinson. Took that title away from this man right here back in Detroit a few weeks ago.
Indeed, without that Passport Championship, he is now relegated to just this one program and, of course, open door on Monday nights, but no longer has access to his old friend, Blue Collar Bill Dollar.
Well, if I were him, I would worry a little bit more about what's in front of him right here tonight, because this is the House of Honor champion, and while he's been a champion in the past, he's got to get his winning streak back in line, and what better way than to do it against the reigning champion, because the world is watching.
No doubt about that. I can tell you right now, I've been looking forward to this match since I heard it announced. Bell sounds and action's underway. Rock Ripley early on with the big chops. To the ropes he goes, back out front. Whoa, what a forearm! Ripley just got him and drilled him with that forearm.
Well, right now, Buckingham has done nothing.
Drop down across the top rope. Look at this. Rock Ripley got caught. Sir Oliver Buckingham handing out the punishment here.
Had a big night on Monday night, pulled out a victory there. Part of the reason why he's got this match, even though it's a non-title.
Got caught. Shoulders are down. And Buckingham comes out the back door. Nice swing right there to reverse it. Buckingham, side headlock. Oh, and he just got him. He just jabbed him with, I believe, a foreign object.
Well, the champion is bleeding right now, that's for sure.
It's been a tremendous night here for House of Honor Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us, we have a brand new television champion. Off the top rope now, look out! Holy smokes, he caught him with a diving missile drop kick.
Celebrating a little too much and a little too soon, and now Buckingham, who is a man's man. He is a tremendous grappler. Do not take anything away from his ability, even if you don't like the man.
And you don't become a global champion without having the talent to back it up. Oh, Buckingham with that fist drop once again. And now moving to the middle rope. Oh, he tried it again. This time nobody home. And now Ripley. Rock solid Ripley is now getting the momentum back. Setting him up with a couple of boots and a tremendous clothesline.
Buckingham is on the receiving end right now, and Ripley's feeling it.
Couple of huge body shots right there, and Sir Oliver taking advantage of the moment as best he can. Been a lot of speculation. He says and claims that he is the nephew of Lord William Regal. Nobody has ever been able to prove that it's true or false.
He almost had a shot on Rock Ripley, but then realized he was turning around at the last moment and decided to pull back, and that hesitation cost him almost.
Winding up the leg, he's gonna go for the figure four leg lock. He's got it on. The champion is struggling right now. He's got to find a way to turn this thing over, and he does.
And as we know, when you turn over the figure four leg lock, it puts all the pressure and strain on the man who applied the hold.
Floats over into a neck breaker. Ripley back in control. Perching him on the top rope. Oh, he just paid the price.
Big mistake again.
Missed his target. Rock solid, and he's got it almost pulled it out.
If it weren't for the ropes, this match would probably be over, and Ripley now raining down the fists of fury.
2 count. Oh, and he almost got him.
How close do you like it, ladies and gentlemen?
Ripley's in control. Boot to the midsection. Caught him with a scissor kick. Close to the ropes. And the shoulder is up again.
Rock solid Rock Ripley is in a hell of a match here tonight. Brand new champion, and he's coming out to show the world why he is.
Buckingham just got driven off the apron. Big clothesline right there, and now the champion is in complete control. As this action continues here ringside, referee continues his count.
Well, both of these guys are going to have to be aware of what the referee's count is if you don't want to get counted out. If you're Buckingham, you definitely want to make sure you get yourself back in the ring. He needs this win in order to stay in the title picture.
Thrown back into the ring by Rock Ripley now, but Buckingham's in a lot of trouble. Ripley on the top rope, a lot of ground to cover, and he couldn't do it.
Might have done some damage to his back. He landed a little bit awkwardly on that one. He's a big guy for that kind of a crash landing.
Buckingham caught it. Atomic knee drop. Here's the Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. Flapjack plants him face first. That might be enough. He grabbed the ropes.
Can you believe this?
Buckingham doing everything in his power just to stay in this match. Power slam. Rock Ripley from the top rope, he goes. Went for the tumble. The Harlem Hangover and missed.
Power bomb does not miss.
Rock Ripley with a most impressive victory. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here for House of Honor. We'll see you next week right here on the Nation Network.